What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our March Madness Bracket special episode. It's almost time for the craziness to begin. We absolutely can't wait and are looking forward to sharing our picks and advice with you guys. But before we get started, Conlon's back. And Zach, how you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm not going to go into everything with spring break this week. I'll wait until like one of our
How you
normal
feeling?
episodes. But I'm I think I just had like sun poisoning basically. I
Nice.
mean, I was
Classic.
so sunburnt, and I got sunburned again Monday, or Sunday. But yeah, no, I was just like I felt like I had a fever, and yeah, just not having it. So
Oh, I'm
Well, it's
doing
good to
good. I
it's good
had
to have you back.
yeah, it's good to have you back.
thank you.
I had my day went pretty good. I just had 2 tests today, which it's not fun to ever have a test. And also it was like pouring down rain the whole day. Like it's been cloudy. I had to walk in the rain with my rain jacket because both my umbrellas have broke like last semester. So I just do the rain jacket method, which is nice, except my legs get really wet. So that's how my day went.
I'm in Colorado right now. So we've been chilling. Had In-N-Out for the first time. I
Smoking
gave it like
weed.
no, smelt a ton of it though. Smelt a ton of it. But no, it's been fun. Went on a hike. Just kind of, it's kind of nice being. I've been here before, but being surrounded by like mountains, it's just kind of a cool feel. But I want to get right into it. So how we're gonna do it today is we're gonna uh throw out a couple upsets that we have in the first round for you guys, and then from the round of 32 on, we'll give you like probably just about every pick. So do you guys have any upsets that stand out to you? Any really bold ones?
You guys want to start like go by like
Region?
west? Yeah, region. So start I guess west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good.
I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here so everyone
Ooh,
watching
I like it.
YouTube wise
I like
can.
it.
Yeah, good thinking.
Yeah, so we should be good to go now. I don't know
Oh,
actually.
look at
Yeah, I don't know if they can see us now. Let me try again.
that.
Share screen. There we go. Okay. All right, now we should be good. Okay.
Perfect.
So yeah, we got that. Anything in this 8-9 game between Boise State and Memphis? I had Memphis.
I had Memphis too.
I had Boise State just
Well,
because
you
there
would.
were I had Memphis till like the last second, about 20 minutes ago, but it could easily be Memphis. Yeah.
And then any upsets here with that West region?
Um,
I have Davidson over Davidson over Michigan State. Honestly,
too.
just because I don't really like Michigan State that much. That's really my keen analysis on it.
Yeah. So
Davidson shoots at like a super high clip. I don't have it with me here, but it's like 38, 39% from three. Saw them a lot versus SLU this year. They're tough. What were we going to say, Common?
I was just gonna say I didn't not on that game, but I think if Rutgers beats Notre Dame tonight, I think Rutgers beats Alabama.
I agree.
So
Yep. I actually have Vermont over Arkansas.
okay.
That's a pretty crazy one.
Bold.
So when I
Yeah,
saw
very.
Vermont was 13, I liked Vermont, but the only team I don't think they'll beat as a 4 seed is Arkansas. I think
I
Arkansas is
literally
the best
agree
4
with
seed.
you. I agree with you 100%. I'm watching the bracket selection show. I was like, Vermont, please don't get somebody like Arkansas, and there it was. Like if they got on the other side of the bracket, Providence, they would. I think they'd easily beat them. But yeah, Arkansas, that's tough.
Be a good game though.
Yep.
It really will.
All right. You want to go south now? Just go right over this.
Yeah,
next
sure.
side.
Let's do it.
That 8-9 Seton Hall TCU.
I got TCU just because they've been playing in the Big 12, which is pretty dang hard conference, and I like TCU. It's also just a coin flip.
Yeah,
I completely agree. TCU's played harder competition all year.
Then anything interesting?
I
Here?
have UAB beating Houston.
Yeah, I do too.
Saw them this year. I was thinking about Chattanooga over Illinois. But I'm not gonna be that bold with that one.
Kofi Cockburn's just a grown man.
Yes, a monster.
What
You
about
guys got in Colorado State, Michigan.
that's what? Yeah, I keep going back and forth on that. I don't know.
I picked Colorado State. Michigan will probably win just because it's Big Ten, but I picked Colorado State just because I don't like that Michigan got in because they had like 14 losses.
I agree with that, and I'm also going to pick Colorado State. And you said that's the first game tomorrow, right? Thursday morning.
Yeah, it is.
11 o'clock Central, I believe. I'm thinking Michigan has. I'm going to pick Colorado State. I could see Michigan winning. They've played in the Big Ten all year. They are 17-14, extremely underperformed. They started the year ranked at even. So I'm definitely cheering for Colorado State, and I'll probably go with them. The one thing is Colorado State slows the pace down extremely, and Hunter Dickinson for Michigan's their best player. I think he's 7'1", so slowing the pace down kind of feeds into what he probably wants and what they want them to do. So it could hurt Colorado State. But with that all being said, I'm picking Colorado State.
All right. What about Ohio State, Loyola? I have Loyola just because I like Loyola a whole hell of a lot better.
Yep.
I have Loyola too.
Me
Actually
too.
saw Loyola. No, I watched them on TV against Missouri State. That's the only.
Yeah.
I don't really remember really watching it that closely, but Sister Jean is going to be there probably. So
Yep. 102 years old. I looked it up earlier.
That's insane. Good for her. What about
on their side.
So going to the East now? We have the 8-9 is North Carolina Marquette.
I got North Carolina.
I do as well.
I also do. And then this 5-12 matchup, this is the one that I thought was pretty interesting. I think I have Indiana. I think
do too.
Yep.
If you look at like past records, when a 12 seed is like a power conference team, they are like 7-4 against 5 seeds who are non-power conference teams. And I think Indiana's kind of rolling, got a couple of big wins in that tournament, in their conference tournament. And so I think they'll keep it going.
Who's their good player? He dropped like 30 in the first 4, like Trace Jackson
Davis or something like that.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
They actually did not. I watched it yesterday against Wyoming in their playing game, and they didn't look very good. But with that being said, I don't think they're going to play like that 2 games in a row. St. Mary's, again, like I said with Colorado State, they slow the pace down so much. They were ranked like 250 something in pace, which feeds into what Trace Jackson Davis, I believe his name is, what he kind of wants to do. So yeah, I have Indiana as well.
This is 6-11. I have Virginia Tech because I watched them play a couple times in the ACC.
Yes,
they just came off winning the ACC tournament. They look pretty good, and I don't know. I think they've finally put it all together. I think they've won like 7 of 8 or something like that down the stretch.
And eight of their last 10, 8-2.
Okay, and they really, I think, struggled to start the year and then kind of ended the year strong. So I like them here.
I have Virginia Tech too. I actually have like a cool stat I just like looked up. So Virginia Tech is 39th in the country in field goal percentage, and they're 3rd in 3-point percentage. And I think that's pretty good. Like everyone on their team can hit the 3, like from point guard to center. So they're pretty hard to stop. And I don't think Texas is the greatest offensive team. They're great defensively, but they have trouble scoring.
Texas should be better than what they are. You and I talked about before we started filming that they have a guard in Marcus Carr, who they got from Minnesota as a transfer, who averaged like 23 points a game at Minnesota, and they expect him to take over. Obviously, Big 12 is tougher competition than it's Big 10. Minnesota.
It's Big 10. Big 10's pretty good too.
I know. I wasn't even thinking Big 10. But his numbers have obviously gone down, and I think they want him to be the guy, but it just hasn't been. And like you said, Virginia Tech had a huge ACC tournament, beat Duke to wrap it up by like 15. So I have Virginia Tech as well.
And then anything else in the bottom of that bracket?
Nope.
Or
I
just
would
nope,
chalk?
watch that Murray State San Francisco game. I think that's going to be pretty close. But yeah, Murray State should win that.
All right. Let's see. What about moving over to the Midwest? Kansas. And who you got in that 8-9?
Creighton, because they're the Blue Jays.
I had Creighton as well to start, but I think San Diego State's a better team.
I always
have
feel like
Creighton.
I pick San Diego State every year to win whatever game, and they always lose.
I feel
I
like kind of
literally-
the same
I
with
thought
me with
that.
Creighton. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well, and both of them actually. I always
Yeah,
pick
really.
both
Yeah,
of
you're
them.
not right.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
yeah. Now that you say that, so we'll finally one will get a win.
Yep. And then Iowa, Richmond. I think Iowa here.
They're red
Iowa.
hot. Yeah. Richmond's tough though.
Yep. Providence, not San Diego, South Dakota State. And this is another team. I picked South Dakota State. Doesn't matter what seed they are in every single tournament they've ever been in and that I've ever done a bracket in. They have never won a dang game. So I wanted to pick them again. And I think they're a pretty decent team. I think they're better than they have been in the past, but I am really kind of going off history here. And I think I have Providence.
I'm picking South Dakota State. They went undefeated in their conference. Like they haven't lost since non-conference.
I have South Dakota State as well. Like you said, they've won their last 21 games. They've won their last 21 games. But along with that, they're like 30 and let me see here.
No.
30 and what?
30 and 4. That's what I just found.
Yeah, so they lost all theirs in non-conference, and then they went on like a
Huge run.
run.
And I saw them in their conference championship, and they looked really good there. All good, Conlon?
Yeah, well, I'm actually working, so that was yeah, I'm all good. So I just had to take care of something. Yeah,
I got
I'm
you.
on
The
the
grind
clock.
is real.
Yeah, the grind is real. Got to make some money back from spring break. So yeah, AJ, what'd you say about South Dakota State?
I picked South Dakota State
right.
just because they've won their last 21 and have it just clicking, and they score like 87 points a game, which is unreal.
Yep. Okay. What about this here? LSU, Iowa State.
I have Iowa State. Tougher competition. They're really, really tough defensively. And LSU's coach was just like fired. So they're kind of in shambles right now.
Yeah, that's why I had Iowa State as well.
Yeah, I picked Iowa State for the same reason.
What about the 7-10 USC Miami?
I picked USC.
That's a really good game. I picked USC because
Just picked them.
4 of their 5 starters are 6'9" and taller. Just super long, athletic.
That is also why I picked them. All right, let's go back up now. Round of 32. Let's go to the West. You guys got anything interesting here? Gonzaga.
Memphis will be tough against the Zags, but I have Gonzaga. Yeah.
Okay. What about? I have Arkansas just because I think their ceiling's a lot higher.
I have Arkansas as well.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I have Texas Tech. I mean, I think defensively they're a very good team.
Very good.
Yeah.
I will say, and Zach thinks I'm high for saying this, but I would say Rutgers would be a really good game against them.
I agree with that.
That's tough. But yeah, I would pick Texas Tech. Yeah.
Well, there's every year one of them playing games, one of them first 4 games makes it to the next round or goes further.
Yeah.
Every single year.
Yep.
So
I will say on this next one, also, I think Davidson can give Duke a run for their money. You can pick Duke here for our bracket here. But I think in mine, I'll probably pick Davidson.
okay.
Really?
Yeah, that's my.
I think Duke
pick.
players,
Bold.
it kind of sucks for them because have so much pressure because Coach K's last year to not screw up.
Totally, and they're so young.
Yeah.
Like their stars are so young.
Yeah, Baylor.
Baylor now in the East, and then
I actually, you keep Baylor there, but I have North Carolina there as of right now, unless something changes before tomorrow morning. That Armando Bacot is just kind of a mismatch for the Baylor bigs.
I watched him in person whenever they played at Clemson, and like he gets his points, but he doesn't look like great
Dominant.
getting the points. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't look like he gets them sneaky. He doesn't look like he's dominating the whole game, if that
I
makes
know
sense.
what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Baylor lost one of their bigs, one of their good defensive bigs, and he's got like an African name, and I
Yeah, he's
don't.
been out for a while.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
out.
so that-
I think most of the season.
Yeah. So that's what I'm worried about.
Jonathan, like Tacha
Yeah.
something.
So I'm worried about that. But this next one I have UCLA, and I think that won't be that close. I think Indiana will run out of steam.
I have UCLA too.
Yep, me too. I think this game could be really interesting. Just
I
with
agree.
Virginia Tech riding that hot streak. So, and Purdue is another team that I pick every year, every single year, and
They
always
underperform.
Yep, every year.
Yeah.
The last two games I've watched in the Big Ten championship and like other game, they lost both of them. So like I love Purdue. Like Jaden Ivey is one of the funnest players to watch in transition. He's insane, but they are awful on defense. I don't know how good Virginia Tech is on defense, but this could be like a super high scoring game.
I have Purdue only because the Aluma guy, I don't remember his first name, for Virginia
Kive.
Tech. Yeah. He's really good, but he's 6'8", 6'9". Zach Edey for Purdue is 7'4", and I think they have no matchup for him.
They have a really like guy who's like he's a little shorter than 6'8", but he's like ripped.
A tank. Yeah.
He is very strong, and I think he could push Zach Edey out but I picked Purdue.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
Kentucky's gonna
Kentucky. Okay.
Kentucky's got a pretty easy road those first two, for sure.
Actually, I think in my bracket I have Murray State.
A matchup of two Kentucky teams.
Yeah, there you go. That's a bold pick, actually. That's a really bold pick.
All right.
I like it.
The South region. We got Arizona, Illinois beats UAB. Yes, no.
Yeah.
I have UAB there, and I think TCU Arizona is going to be really close too. But I would have Arizona. UAB's got that Kofi Coburn you were talking about for Illinois, like 7 foot 280. He's just a monster. UAB has a guy that was a transfer from Clemson, correct? That you said?
Yeah, Trey Jameson.
He's like 7 foot 260.
If he plays better defense than he did as a freshman, he'd be able to stop him. But I don't know.
Tennessee's really, they're so hot right now.
I have Tennessee, yeah, and I also have bias because I just watched them play, and they looked.
I watched that game too.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there at the like in person at the game.
Yeah.
And I got another customer, guys. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, it's all good.
We'll keep it going.
We'll fill the time.
I
really like Tennessee's what?
Well, no, you got it.
I want to ask Conlon when he gets back though, but I really like Tennessee's guards. Chandler and their backup like Ziegler.
Yeah.
He's so quick.
They have that Vescovi guy too, the European guy.
He's just like a lefty sharpshooter.
Yeah.
And they're like a really good defensive team too, I think.
They are.
They're really solid. I like them a lot.
I was not high on them all year until like right now. It's the right time to get hot though. We were just talking about Tennessee now that you're back.
Oh, I want to ask you, how quick is that Tennessee's point, or not Chandler, but Ziegler? Because on TV, he seemed like he was like lightning fast.
Yeah,
he's like little dreads in the back.
Yep, he is pretty quick. I don't know. I think it's partly his size makes him look quicker than he actually is.
Yeah.
But I mean, they also shot the ball pretty lights out that game. So it's hard to say. It was such an really like an exciting atmosphere. The Tennessee fans traveled really well, and they had all their school chants going the whole time. So
the Rocky Top.
Yeah, Rocky Top. It was actually really cool. So super fun.
We saw them when they were in St. Louis, and I remember having the Rocky Top song stuck in my head for like a week after.
Okay.
This next one's tough. I would go Villanova probably, but
I picked Villanova, but Loyola. It's Loyola.
I know they can.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, going down to the Midwest.
We got some chalk coming up here.
We have all chalk.
Yeah.
That's all right. You guys got Kansas.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I had Iowa, or I actually had Providence, but I will rock with South Dakota State here. If you guys,
I
picked
have
Iowa,
South Dakota
but
State.
you picked South Dakota State, AJ?
Yeah, Iowa's defense worries me. They give up like 72, 73 a game, and South Dakota State scores 87 a game.
I looked
So
at a stat, and South Dakota State leads the country in field goal percentage, and they're second in 3-point,
they can shoot the heck
which
out
is
of the ball.
crazy.
Yeah.
all right. I would say Wisconsin. I had Wisconsin, and I know AJ, you've been pretty high on Wisconsin all year.
Yes, sir. I think it's gonna be tough. Iowa State, like I said, is very good defensively, but Johnny Davis for Wisconsin should carry them there.
He's out for the year. He got injured. You didn't hear that? I'm kidding.
Okay,
he
I was
got
about
injured
to
in the
say-
last game, though.
You got me worried there for a second. I was like, did I miss something?
Then
USC Auburn is tough because Auburn's obviously they've been a little down these last couple games, but besides that, they've been hot. USC is just so long. I would pick USC, but you can pick Auburn there. I mean, most people will.
Zach,
I
what do you
picked
think?
Auburn.
I
I picked it.
I had Auburn as well. I think I don't know. They're just so good if they put it all together.
Yeah,
It's like,
for
but
sure.
there's so many teams you can say that about, and it's just about. I mean, the biggest thing is about getting hot at the right time. You just
Yep.
that's a problem with these brackets. You never know who's going
Yes.
to play well on a given night. And there's so many games like in these first two rounds. There's so many games like back to back to back, and you just have no idea.
Well, one of these guys are not like the other here.
Yep. And that's the other thing with Notre Dame. If they shoot the ball well, they're a really good 3-point shooting team. If they like get hot and shoot the ball well,
That Wesley
I mean,
guy.
they can
Jeez.
beat anyone. So it's just
I wanted to ask you about that real quick. Like, do you think they'll beat Rutgers tonight? Like, are you high on them?
I'm not.
Yeah.
So just I don't know. I'm trying to not be disappointed. I think
Smart.
I don't know. I wanted to get my hopes up, and Notre Dame's kind of struggled the last few games. I think they're like 3-3, 4-4 in their last 6 or 8, and they haven't looked that great. They're not a good second half team. They only run 7 guys, and I mean, they just have no other bench other than that, and they're always gassed in the second half. They lose a lot of games in the second half. So I need to do this before the game starts, but I'm gonna place a bet. I'm gonna put Notre Dame in the first half, and then Rutgers to beat us by like 6.5 or so. And
Yeah.
it's like plus 1,400. So be
Oh, nice.
a good little payoff. I think I'm gonna bet against
Yeah.
Notre Dame. So either way, I'm kind of happy.
I like it.
Hedge my emotions. All right, what do you guys got here for the West? Gonzaga, Arkansas, 1-4.
I want to hear what Zach has to say here because he's like a profound Gonzaga hater. That's a tough matchup.
Yeah, I was gonna pick Arkansas just because I don't like Gonzaga, but I figured if I wanted to be smart and get a lot of my picks right, I'll pick Gonzaga. But I know Arkansas has a good defensive big who could cause them problems because I don't think Chet Holmgren's played against any big that's actually like built
Yeah.
like an actual like big, and his bones are like the size of like a wire. They're so small.
I think it's tough because he stretches the floor really well. That opens up for Timmy down low.
I hate Timmy. I hate him.
As a Gonzaga fan myself, I don't like Timmy.
I hate him.
But yeah, it's just that they're so good. What about Duke, Texas Tech?
I got Texas Tech.
I want to pick Duke. I want to pick Duke because it's Coach K's last year, but I think Texas Tech will win.
Yep.
I think they'll fluster the young guys.
If that game happens, I would agree. Texas Tech.
But Duke does have Wendell Moore, who's been there. He's like a junior.
Yes. Yep.
That's like their oldest player.
Yeah, they're gonna need him. They're gonna need him because Banchero has games where they can kind of shut him down. So they need Wendell Moore.
Yeah, he settles a lot for mid-range jump shots.
Definitely.
Going down back east, Baylor, UCLA. I think whatever team wins this game is going to be in the Final Four.
Hot take.
Yeah. Well, I also have Murray State beating Kentucky. So
yeah. See, I had North Carolina in this spot, and I would have them winning this game. But between Baylor and UCLA, I would probably go Baylor. Tougher
Baylor.
competition all year.
AJ, you know Baylor has like that Thamba guy.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Flo.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he's
Whoa.
I'm thinking Mo Bamba. Yeah, Flo Thamba.
Purdue,
Did you have Baylor, Conlon?
Yes, I did. And then
I had Kentucky.
Okay. I want to
Yep.
pick Purdue.
I think Sheboy will. You can pick. It doesn't really matter. I don't
No,
care.
it doesn't. But
So Conlon,
didn't
if you
think
had
of
Murray
that.
State, would you pick Purdue or Murray State in that one?
Purdue.
Okay. Yeah. I would
How
agree.
big's Missouri or Murray State's big guy?
I have no
He's
idea.
6'10".
Oh, really?
He's 6'10". Yeah. He's got some size. So, but yeah, I would go Kentucky.
Back up to the south or down to the south, however you want to say it. Arizona, Illinois.
Arizona.
I picked Arizona.
I do too.
They've been winning, like they've been blowing out their best competition, UCLA, like every game they play. So I'm like,
They've
they
looked
came in good.
Yeah, I came into this not high on them though. I didn't think they would be that good, but then I'm looking and that's not a hard matchup. Illinois is good, but like they got it.
Arizona has a good big guy. What's their big guys? Don't they
I
have a
don't
good
remember
big
his
guy in
name.
like guard, like
They-
Mather? Then
Yeah, Benedict Mathurin is their
Yeah.
guard. That's really good. I don't remember the big guy's name, but they're really long. They have a couple of them that are really long. Villanova,
Arizona also
Tennessee.
seems like a team that underperforms whenever I pick them.
Especially, yeah, a couple of years ago they lost to the 15 seed, I believe. I think it was like Georgia State or Buffalo or something like
Oh, really?
that. But Tennessee, Villanova, that's a tough one too. I have not watched much Villanova this year, but I would probably go Tennessee here just because they're red hot.
Yeah, I picked
Yeah.
Tennessee.
I have Tennessee, again, just biased because I watched them play. And I had Tennessee winning it all last year. And they obviously
Did you really?
Wow,
let me down big time.
that's crazy.
But yeah, I Villanova, I think, is the best free throw shooting team in the country, which
Yeah.
always helps in March Madness. And a team
Yeah.
that's going to press a little bit like Tennessee, that free throws are going to be a big part of that game.
Yep.
I'll fact check you, Conlon. Yes, they are first.
Cool.
What's the percentage?
Hold on, 82.3.
Wow. Okay. Oh man, I think the Jackrabbits here against Kansas finally fall off.
Yeah.
I agree. I had Kansas winning. I had them facing Iowa. I was very tempted to have them lose just because I dislike Kansas, but
Yeah.
I had them win.
Yep.
This next one's really tough. You guys both have Auburn against Wisconsin?
I picked
did.
Auburn.
I had Auburn.
Okay. I would probably go Wisconsin here. Again, I had USC beating Auburn and then Wisconsin beating USC.
I
So,
think Auburn's
Okay.
athleticism
yeah,
is a lot better than Wisconsin's.
that's true.
Let's go back up. We got the Elite Eight here. Gonzaga, Texas Tech.
I got the Zags. I think the big guys hurt them.
I picked Gonzaga. I was tempted to pick Texas Tech, but I picked Gonzaga.
Texas Tech just doesn't have the scoring. I know they're really good defensively, but I don't think they have the scoring to keep up with Gonzaga. Gonzaga's going to score. I don't think you can really stop them that much.
They got
And
stopped in
Texas-
last year's national championship game
Oh,
against
yeah,
a good defensive team.
we're
Just saying, just
talking-
letting you know.
We're talking in the moment, Zach. We're talking in the moment. But no, Texas Tech is just kind of smaller. Gonzaga got the bigs. Yeah, I don't know. I might have Texas Tech losing like to Rutgers. I'm not real high on them.
Okay, let's stick right here and just go Arizona, Tennessee.
Dang.
I picked Tennessee. Recency bias.
I also have Tennessee, I think.
I also think
Yeah.
Tennessee should have been a 2 seed
They should have. Yeah.
over Kentucky.
I agree.
I'll
with that.
go.
Honestly,
I'll go Tennessee as well. Yeah.
I mean, Arizona's a great team offensively and defensively. And
Yep.
well, obviously it's important to have a good offense and a good defense when you're playing in the postseason. But Tennessee's also good. So
Yeah, they're very good offensively and
Alright.
defensively.
Yep. It's a recipe for success. So Baylor and Kentucky here.
I'd go Kentucky over Baylor. I had UNC there, but yeah,
I have Kentucky in my Final Four. That's the exact matchup I have in my bracket.
Yep.
Okay. And then Auburn, Kansas.
I got Kansas.
I have
They're-
Kansas. It really pained
they're
me. I don't think
older.
I've ever had them in a Final Four before.
I had Auburn just because I couldn't do that to myself. So our Final Four, we have Gonzaga, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Kansas. So we got 2 SEC teams. And actually, I think my championship game last year was Kentucky, Tennessee, and they both lost in like the second round. So I was out
Yeah.
very quickly.
Yeah. I'm going Gonzaga.
Figured.
I'm sticking to the bigs are too much. Even though Oscar Tshiebwe for Kentucky is an absolute monster. He's just
Yeah,
small.
they got Oscar. They got what
He's
about
a
Oscar?
smaller big. He's a smaller big. He's 6'8", 6'9".
You think Chet
Um,
Holmgren's gonna be like able to do anything up like posted up? Like he can like shoot
No.
a three standing still, but
I think he'll stretch Tshiebwe out.
I think
Timmy-
Tshiebwe will guard Timmy.
If he does that, then Chet's gonna just let it fly from out deep.
They got Obi Toppin's little brother.
Yeah, Jacob. Yeah.
I
No,
don't think he's that
I'm
good though.
nah. He's just long athletic, but I think Kentucky definitely can beat them. I'm going Gonzaga, but Kentucky, man, they're tough.
I picked Kentucky. I don't like Gonzaga. I like
don't like-
Tshiebwe. I'm not a big Kentucky fan in general, but I just like Tshiebwe because he gets like 16 points and like 15 boards every game. It's
yeah,
awesome.
he's a monster, bro.
I like Gonzaga here. I had Kentucky losing like second round. I'm not very high on them. I think they're a good team, but I don't think they put all the pieces together very well.
Mhm.
I don't think both sides of the floor they're as good as Gonzaga, or I mean even some of the teams they'll play on the road there. So
And eventually Gonzaga's got to win one, right? Like
No,
they're
Not
there
necessarily.
every year. They
Yeah,
got to
not
win one eventually.
necessarily. LeBron gets there. Sorry, I'll stop.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, no.
I got
Um,
Kansas here.
4-10.
I have Tennessee because I cannot do that.
Tennessee.
All right.
This was my exact Final Four. Wow.
I don't remember which one because I only made one bracket so far, and it's in the our podcast group, I guess is what you call it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I need to make one on like the ESPN app as well, and I'll probably switch things up a little bit there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I do like multiple, and then I literally do them in like 5 minutes. I just go down and like click a bunch of teams, and I'm like, I'll change this pick.
Yeah.
No.
Gonzaga, Tennessee. I got the Zags, but what you guys got?
I picked Tennessee.
Wow, that's crazy.
Is this your champion? It's Tennessee.
Yeah, I picked Tennessee to win it
Oh
all.
well, I'm gonna have to change my picks then. I don't want to have.
Did
the
you
same
pick
one.
Tennessee
too?
Yes, I had Tennessee. I just watched them play, and
Yeah, I watched
in
that whole
Tampa.
game, and I was like,
yeah.
they looked really good.
But did you watch that first part of that game for like the first 6-7 minutes? It was the sloppiest, most unorganized game of basketball I'd ever seen. It was horrible.
Oh yeah.
And then I think they went out. It was like 16-0. They hit like 4 threes in a row, had like an and one, and I mean, it was just brutal to watch. So I think Gonzaga wins this game, but I think I picked
Yeah.
Tennessee. So anyone got a final score prediction?
All of mine, I do 75-70. I don't know why.
It would be something about that. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
76. Let's go with 69.
All right. Right
Cool.
on.
You should just have it a tie, 6-9, 6-9.
Yes. All right. Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff, boys. Well, I guess we'll post our brackets tonight, like we did for the playoffs. You guys want to do that?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's
And
go
then,
ahead. I'm gonna do one of these random brackets. Let's import. We want to do random weighted by seed. Yeah. Let's see what they give us here.
I like it. This
Excuse
is the
me.
women's.
This is the
Oh,
women's.
it's the
I don't want
women's.
that. I don't know anything about the women's game.
I just know Caitlin Clark is amazing.
She's a stud,
That's
dude.
all the women's NCAA basketball I know.
Is
Yeah.
Notre Dame even in this? That's how bad I am.
I think they are.
Yeah,
They
it
should be. Yeah, they're a 5 seed.
I think
they rolled
Jaden
us to
Ivey's
6
mom
seed.
is their coach.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That I did know. Men's tournament challenge. Okay, my brackets.
Cotton Swizzle.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Create a bracket. Okay.
Oh, you just clicked the women's one again. Go back.
Why?
It was like an ad.
Oh, it's an ad. Okay.
Oh.
Well, how do I import one here? Autofill bracket.
Autofill?
Okay.
There
we go. Random weighted by seed. Let's see. This bracket would probably do better than ours. So
Probably.
yeah, it's actually not bad at all.
Texas
Dang.
Tech. Wow.
Okay.
Texas Tech,
Submitted.
Purdue, Arizona, Kansas. And this is like when they do this, it's totally random based on seed. So
Holy cow.
Jacksonville State.
Yeah, I literally just saw that.
oh
That's
my
funny.
goodness. Huh.
That is
Submit
crazy.
it. What? Submit it. If you win it, then don't you? If you win it, someone will give you like $1 billion.
If you get a
If you get 'em
perfect
all right.
bracket, yeah, if you get a perfect bracket,
It's
you get
like
like a
impossible.
billion. Yeah.
Actually, this isn't a bad bracket at all.
It's not bad. I like it.
No. Not at
Hey,
all.
last year Oral Roberts was that 15 seed that went to like the Sweet 16.
Yeah, and they almost won that game too. I think they lost
Yeah.
by like 1 or 2.
Yeah, so it's possible.
I watched Oral Roberts in person this year. I watched Max Abe Smith.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
I was hoping they'd make the tournament again. He's a stud.
Yeah, they were not that good this year.
And their other good player last year from Oral Roberts, Kevin O'Banner.
Yeah, he's on Texas Tech.
Yeah. Yeah, and he obviously hasn't put up as great numbers as he did at Oral Roberts, but that's expected. But yeah, he's a good player.
Stop sharing that now.
That's good stuff, guys, though. But next week we'll come with our normal episode and probably still be talking about a lot of March Madness stuff going on.
Next
but
episode, I should
unless
be
you
in
guys have-
person with you, AJ. Someone's
That's
spring
right.
break next week.
That's right. Yeah, that'll be fun.
I can't speak. When you guys want to do that?
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know, Zach, when you're getting home. Or AJ, I guess you're out of town too. We can
Why not?
figure it
I
out.
get home.
Will it Friday?
Yeah.
Well, oh my gosh. Will it be Friday?
I fly out this Friday at like 4:40. So like anytime
you're-
next week.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
same for me.
Sounds good.
But for all our listeners, look out for our brackets that we'll be posting. Fill yours out. Go to our Instagram story. Fill one out in our little poll what is it called? Is that a poll?
Story.
Group pool.
Group
Pool.
Cool.
Pool. Yeah, not poll.
If
Miss
you're
Villanova
smart,
at
don't take our advice.
Mel.
Yeah, seriously. That's
Literally
why I sent you guys that voice message yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was so out of it on spring break. I had was totally checked out of just everything. So you guys were like texting and like I wasn't seeing it and stuff. And then I text you guys because you're like, let's record today or tomorrow or whatever. And I was like, what are we talking about? And you're like, more like March Madness. So I guess I see you guys that voice message. And I was just like, if anyone takes advice from me on their bracket, they're an absolute moron. So, yeah.
But yeah, it's one of the best sports times of the year. A lot of fun. So we're all looking
Second
forward
best,
to
third best, top 3 holiday. Actually,
Top 3
not
holiday.
top 5. Opening day is probably number 3. Christmas and
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we will be talking a lot of baseball coming up here.
Yes.
Trades have happened that we didn't discuss here, and signings. So we'll get into that next week for sure. But go fill out your brackets, and have
Maybe-
fun watching March Madness.
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
place a few bets. So tonight on that Notre Dame Rutgers game, I'm gonna do 4 bet slips. I'm gonna have Notre Dame winning, $10 on Rutgers winning, $10 or $3 on Rutgers winning by 9.5, and then Rutgers or Notre Dame winning at time and losing the game by at least like 5. And so my worst case scenario is I lose $10. Best case scenario, I win like 30. So
Yeah,
So
There you go.
hey, it's
I love
pretty-
it.
I was sitting
I
in
love
class.
it.
I was sitting in class doing all the math because I didn't want to lose more than $10 because I was like, if I will bet however much I would pay to see Notre Dame win the game, if that makes sense. So like
Yeah.
I'd pay $10 to see them win. So that's where I was at, and I did all the math in class. And I was like, all right, here are the four bet slips I need to put in to be able to like maximize my return. So we'll see.
I
There you
thought
go.
when you said my max bet or max win would be like way bigger than just $30.
No, I mean I'm only betting like a
know.
total of. I mean, worst case scenario, I lose $10. I can't win that much.
That's funny. That's funny.
It's awesome.
Yep, we'll see.
But unless you guys have anything else, I guess we'll wrap it up here, and we will see you all next, probably Friday. If not, we'll let you know beforehand.
I'm curious to
Yeah.
see how this audio sounds because I had to step out a couple of times, and I'm sure Audacity picked it up. So, oops.
It'll
Sorry
be a
about that,
funky
guys.
adventure.
Yeah.
It'll be all good.
All right. Thanks, guys, for listening.
See you guys.